All right, it is time for pre-market prep at the close.
Three consecutive highs, opened, matched yesterday's low, and then once it took out there, that's all the breakout momentum traders needed.
Joel, good afternoon. We got a lot going on today. How you doing?
Doing well here on this what should we call it? Like Wimpy Wednesday?
Wimpy? Why? Because the overall market is
Yeah.
just going up like it does, and that makes it wimpy? I don't know.
No, I just maybe not. Let's run down. The reason I say that is we haven't taken out the pre-market high or pre-market low the entire day, just kind of trimming the edges. We had pre-market high 48 and a quarter, turned back at 46 and a quarter. Pre-market low of 30.75. We only got the 32 and a quarter, but we still got some time left. We're pressing up 6 handles. We know the big number, 45.75, that drill time closing high. $3 away. I kind of got a feeling we might do it today. Crude, stiff 74, backed off a buck, still up 42 cents, 73.27. Gold is gold, gives back $20 worth of gains, down a buck 70, 17.75.70. Silver sniffed middle 30.26 handle, back under 26, but still up a nickel, 25.91. Bitcoin, we gotta talk Bitcoin a little bit. I feel like as little as I watch CNBC, they're always like a day behind us on like following some of this stuff. Now they're talking about the Bitcoin break yesterday. We were talking about that 2 days ago, and now they're talking about the rebound, but it already rebounded. Ethereum, that's up $48 at 19.50 and a quarter. We got some news stocks. We got the usual suspects. Let's just talk about Tesla. And bona fide breakout here, folks. You heard it here. You heard it first. Clearing 635, sailing all day long. Adam Jonas gets it going to the upside. I don't think you're going to make a lot of money fading Adam. Now you got the breakout, exceeded the average daily range by a good margin. And what are we looking at? We are looking at our next daily high. Boom, what's our next daily high here? Our next daily high is 655. Did we clear that? No. Let me see my squinty eyes here. No. Next target 665.05 for Tesla.
Yeah, that one was the big one that jumped out to me today because it's up, 5%. The other big stock that jumped out to me was Comcast.
Yeah, you told me that news.
Yeah, this is interesting. So I guess, okay, so let me, before I tell you what Comcast said, the catalyst today was a feature article from the Wall Street Journal speculating and then quoting people who speculate that maybe Comcast could potentially buy a Roku or buy a Viacom. And then I guess Comcast has given a statement to CNBC saying that is just speculation and rumors, and we're not going to comment any further on that. So anyway, Comcast got hit on that news as if Comcast, which is what? Comcast is a $258 billion company, as if they would buy Roku, which is a $45 billion company. It would be a really, really expensive transaction.
And what's Roku trading at? As far as like,
well, it's at a price of sales of 25, which is madness. That's absolutely.
And what about PE?
I see a trailing PE. Oh, wait, is that right? That can't be right. Let me confer with another source here because that can't. The number can't.
What to
oh
say?
My God, it is that high. A trailing PE of 484. That's got. That's got to be. That's got to be something.
Yeah, it might be 483. You know what I say to that article? I say hogwash.
Yeah.
And you know what? And I am, I don't know if we're on a recorded line here, but I'm a little disappointed in the Wall Street Journal because they're just letting the Roku pumpers get to them. I mean, look at that run Roku has. Someone knew about the story coming out 4 days ago, 340 to 420. Then you get a BS rumor like that. Man, oh man. selling into it. Oh boy, I'm not going to short a rocket ship, but man, this is one I'd be tempted to fire up on the launching pad. I mean, maybe it's going up for other reasons, but that I don't. If that happens, Comcast would be make. I mean, first of all, they make. They haven't made. Have they made any purchases lately? Nothing huge.
Uh,
Verizon's the one that makes the bad one. I don't know.
not for a while, right?
No.
It's been like a decade since they bought uh God, who did they buy? Was it NBC Universal?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you know what? Dennis is, in the words of Highland Pines, sell your peanuts when the circus in town. Man, this is a three-ring circus. I don't know what to tell you. I look at if you're looking for more follow through, 429.44. That was your high back just on March 5th. Your high today, four. So if you want another 5 points, hang out for another 5 points. Let it break out. I don't see that. Comcast got hit, big move, stodgy stock. They knocked it down 54.91. Look at that support at 55. Caught a bounce. We'll see if this materializes. That'd be a huge chunk, a lot for them to sell. I think there's a lot of other places they can put their money. Viacom up? I know they were mentioned. Viacom is getting a little bit of a rally off this and needed a catalyst. But once again, folks, my mantra on things, when you hear things like this, you read things like this, if nothing's imminent, if nothing happens, man, oh man, Roku got a lot of room on the downside there.
Yeah, Viacom moved on it. Roku moved on it.
Yeah.
They all moved on it. Anyway, so that jumped out to me today. We had Comcast. We had Tesla. There was one other thing that jumped out to me, but not
Fannie and Freddie.
Oh, Fannie and Freddie. Yeah, I don't know who cares about that besides me, but I know there is a weirdly loyal following for these two stocks, and the Supreme Court ruled. If you've been an investor in Fannie and Freddie all this time, and you've been waiting for the government to return the earnings, right? Because they're both government-controlled entities, so earnings the companies make go towards the Treasury. And if you've been an investor, you've been waiting for those earnings to come to you. They're not coming to you. Okay, I'm sorry, it's just not going to happen at this point. Supreme Court ruled against shareholders today, and in favor of the Treasury. So. FNMA, FMCC are the two most traded tickers for those two companies. But yeah, I think it's interesting. I've been following this story for a little while, but I don't know who else cares about those two stocks besides me.
Yeah, except for me, who lost a small fortune shorting these.
Really?
In the early 2000s. Yeah, this was like an $80-$90 stock or something like that.
It was.
Yeah, and then it's funny what a housing crisis will do to a stock. They don't even have that historical price history. There's Fannie. I don't know what you want to do with this one.
Nothing.
What's the symbol on Freddie?
FMCC.
All right, chart's probably similar. FMCC.
They do look identical.
This is Sally Mae, though. Sally Mae's still around. That's the educational one. Sally's doing okay.
Yes.
It must have been. Yeah, I said when all those student loans get defaulted on, then we'll see how Sally Mae holds up. But doing okay. I drove by their headquarters once. I think they're headquartered in Indiana. I was on my way to a Michigan-Indiana game. If not, they had one hell of a big building there.
What about Snapchat? Does this look technical to you? It looks technical to me. I didn't see any headlines this morning or today on Snapchat, but it is breaking out. What up, James?
Oh yeah, forget my line there. Darn that, boom, took that out. Ooh, on its way to perhaps an all-time high. 68.88 would be my next target. How high we get today? Boom, we got to 67.07. Extended move here, kind of update down day, 3-day quiet day. So it could have another 2-day move here. And I heard Twitter, so much for the gap fill. It filled that gap and then said, see ya. And we did talk about testing that high on the day before earnings day, 67.05. 66.77. How many people are saying, give my money back? I am never playing Twitter in the earnings again. It took a couple months, but Twitter's back, looking okay.
Yeah. I mean, I look around, I do see mostly, we're decidedly mixed, but when you look at what's up and what's down, feel like the stocks that are up are up more than the stocks that are down, if that makes any sense at all.
Yeah, I don't see any imminent disasters out there today, right?
No, not really.
Oh, I mean, Elf. Oh, wait, wasn't that thing supposed to go to $100? Nope, down $4. Hope no one got caught holding the bag on that one from
Yeah,
yesterday.
what's the other big one? Torchlight, TRCH. That one too, almost 12 the other day. Now below 5. That's the other disaster stock.
Is he did? Yeah. All right. I'm not gonna comment.
Okay.
You know what my comment is?
No.
No comment.
Okay. We forgot to ask Dennis this morning if he traded Triple D yesterday. Do you know if he did? Because Triple D is holding up here again today.
No, I don't think he did. Because I don't know. I have to ask him. But you know what? You got a nice setup here. Didn't give much back today.
No.
38.55, 38.34, back under 38. So you got a bogey there. That's what you need to clear. And right here up next, this monthly high too at 39.23. So big area. Let's see, held up today. If you're holding it on the long side, probably wouldn't want to see it under 36. That's low today. But so they sold their Torchlight and they sold their Alf, and they're supporting this stock today. Rotation of the creme de la creme.
Oh yeah. All right, let's go to the chat here.
Let's go.
Trent A is asking about Bed Bath and Beyond, which we have not spoken about for it's been at least a week, maybe probably more. This has not been getting a lot of love, but this is one of the original meme stocks, but it's not getting a lot of love these days. I mean, it still gets mentioned on Reddit and Discord and all that stuff, but not anywhere near the amount of mentions that the other ones get.
Came back to the point of origin. That's not a bad looking chart. Leaning on that area, busting above 30. You can see, it had the run, made another run, but above 30, I see some room in this one.
Okay, there you go. I feel like that's how you guys feel about most of these charts. Is like, oh, don't look terrible. Doesn't look terrible. I could get behind this. That's kind of how
I mean, it's something you can lean on.
Yeah,
right? Yeah. And if it gets above 30, I did notice Lisa did get some 20% coupons. I thought they were just doing 10% coupons. But if you sign up on their site, then you can get 20% coupons. So
there's the one near me that I've been to once in like 4 years.
They let you, the Roach Motel, they let you in, but they won't let you out.
Yeah, it's because you get lost. Exactly right. What about we haven't talked about Moderna, I don't think, for a couple of days, even though it looked like it was going to break out here. It's down today. Looks like it's just undoing what it did yesterday, but
yeah,
I meant to talk about this one yesterday. I don't think we got around to it. I would have liked to.
Nice run. This is where, concentrating on your daily highs can help you out a little bit. Because look at that. You had 3 highs at the 220 area. And then you had a high, 222.40 yesterday. You got through that, and everyone's looking for that all-time high. But turned around, now on its heels, took out yesterday's low, but it's above it. If I'd have to call this with, no news or something, I don't know. It seems like you put a nice little top in there in the area of the all-time high. So I think next pop on this, you're going to see offers, probably maybe stacking up at 220 again. Here you're under 213. And the support, good, not much until you get closer to 200. S&P's tailing off here a little bit, up $1.25. Just having trouble with that 42.40 handle. Had problems with it overnight. Had problems with it this morning. Just had problems with it recently. So we're developing some resistance around that all-time closing high of 45.75. Our high yesterday, 45.5, and then a couple of intraday highs up at 48. So trading range or not, we'll see.
All right, couple from the chat. Let's look at GENI. This is Genius Sports. GNI.
Same kind of formation, look at that. Found some support and you're rallying. Had a big run up for 25. What did they sell? Sports equipment?
No, this is sports betting.
Oh, okay.
It's B2B. It's like a B2B sports betting software
Okay.
service.
Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, I know all about that. Where'd you
Yeah,
get
right.
today? 1937. That was a great year. 1969. I mean, it's good. You got a 2-day move. You got some momentum to the upside. I think clearing 20, that'd be a little bit more important to me. This high 20, 30, and then just over 20. So 20, it's called 2016, 2017. That splits the two highs. But you had the retreat, 3, 4 lows in the same area. I don't know if I'd want to strike here, but if you got a couple days of consolidation, 18 and a half, 19, 19 and a half, you got a level to lean on under 18. You got 3 lows at 4 lows. Let's call it 1745.
What kind of a pattern is this Fastly chart? It just looks like like a pennant. It just bunching up. It's just bunching and bunching and bunching.
Let's see. It's called consolidation after a big move and filling the gap.
That's like a pennant.
Yeah. That's and it's. I mean, the trend's up, right? So big move up, consolidation filled the gap. I mean, got a lot of people just peeling out here at the gap fill. Didn't quite do a Twitter, but I think that this calls for a line here, a line in the sand.
Now,
Right here. Yeah, I'm calling it. What's the high? 58, 57, 59, 16. Let's call 59. All right. If you feel so inclined to short anything, which is not a very good idea nowadays. S&P's just slipped in the red here, Spencer. We just went red.
oh
We're
god,
in the red by 3/4 of a handle, just as we spoke about making a new all-time high. John McAfee reportedly dead. I don't know what that means for the markets.
nothing. It means absolutely nothing.
But
And he has no association with the company or the stock or anything like that. So, it means nothing. I mean,
just 59, man, guys. If you keep an eye for you Fastly holders, just keep an eye. Make sure you break above 59 soon. If you want strength, that 59. It loses 55. I think it may catch a cold here. S&P's heading towards the low of the intraday session. That's 32.25. 30.75. That's your overnight low. Little bit in the red, Fred.
yeah. That was a little crude of me. I mean, I'm sure some people are sad about John McAfee, but that guy lived a very, very bizarre life and had a lot of problems. Anyway, let's move away.
Bill Big D says Fastly 60, in my opinion. Who's splitting hairs? 59, 60. I mean, come on. I don't know about 60. I'll tell you right now, you got to get to 59. And you know what happens, Bill Big D? If you have a real bad day in this thing, then the seller's gonna back off 59, come down to 58. All right, now the spoos are going lower. Man, oh man, oh man. Ugh, frustrating market here. Just tick 42.33, losing some altitude late in the session. Session low, where the real low is 30.75.
Fisker trading higher. This firm, Magna International, disclosed a 7.4% stake. They're also going to be added to the Russell 3000 on Friday. No, on Monday, technically, speaking Monday morning. FSR up 9%, almost
nice.
9%. Yeah.
Yeah, Magna, big company. Frank Stronach, also owner of many racetracks across the country.
How do you know that?
How do I know that? How do I know that?
You just know that.
Because Frank Stronach broke my heart when he bought the tracks around here. Yeah. He bought the tracks around here. My dad said he's buying them to close them or Ladbroke. But he's tied to all the racetracks. He owns Santa Anita, Churchill Downs. They're huge. So yeah, my pop did some battles with him back in the 80s. Yeah, it's a good move at Fisker. I mean, a lot of people have been waiting for this move. I don't know if I'd fade it because 2-day move. Today's the first day of it. You're clearing this high here. 1939. Where'd you get to? You got to 1942. So there's your resistance. You get above that. I mean, and you got a real company.
A real company?
Yeah, I mean, Magna's a real company.
Yeah, okay.
They're taking a stake in them. Bill Big D, you recharge much better than me, but 60 from memory. Yeah, you know what? I'm just a little too numbery. I'm just kind of a nerd that way. But anyways, 59, 60. I mean, if you're splitting hairs on that, I mean, what's a buck when the stock's moved up from what 42? Spoo's bounce, made another low, 32, head of the pre-market low, trying to bounce.
Let me go here. Checking the Benzinga.com chat. Don't see any tickers of interest there. Yes, Scarjo. FSR said they were going to join the Russell 3000. They had a press.
But do they know? Isn't that determined by Russell and his friends?
Russell and his friends, yes, but maybe, yeah, but the company can probably say, look, based on our current market cap or price action, it's highly unlikely that we wouldn't be in it. At this point, Jason B is asking if inclusion into the Russell is significant. Yeah, this is a tradable event, guys. We talk about this every single year. The Russell rebalance only happens once a year. It's the last Friday in June, and it is a tradable event. It is because there's, I don't forget the exact number, but it's several trillions of dollars that are pegged to these Russell indexes, right? FTSE Russell indexes. It's one of the larger rebalances of the year. And tradable event does not mean just because the stock is being added does not mean it has to go higher and vice versa. But it is certainly a tradable event every single year on the last Friday of June, which is in a couple of days here.
Yeah, I'll just say the person that has much more experience in that is Triple D.
Oh, yeah.
He's traded it over the years. And I know that over the years, it's gotten trickier and trickier because you really have some big players doing it. So what he tries to do from an order flow perspective is just, if something gaps way up, he doesn't like to fade rocket ships, but if it's an order imbalance based rocket ship, if there's 72 million to buy in a stock that normally trades, 10 million a day, then he'll play it that way. He'll play but then he'll scalp it. I mean, it's not he's into it. So I don't personally play the imbalances. He does. The character of them changes from year to year, but he's more of a fader than like, they're adding this, I'm going to buy Fisker, or they're deleting this, I'm going to sell it. Because what you have to take into consideration is they're also coming out of other indexes, right? Or there are people that own the stock to say, hey, you know what, I don't want this. There's just a lot of other factors going into it, and a lot more sophisticated arbs than just saying, oh, this is being added, I'm going to buy it. Oh, this is being deleted, I'm going to sell it. A lot of other factors going into that. What's wrong?
Well, I just looked at this chart. Remember like a month or two ago? It was 2 months ago. Remember BBQ? Remember we looked at that like 4 days in a row because it wasn't going up.
You guys were pumping it.
I wasn't doing anything. I was doing no such thing. Excuse me.
Well, let's keep going.
I was merely commenting on the price action.
Yeah, well, good move. I mean, then it was a good pump. It's right back up there, new all-time high.
It is today.
Yeah. But it's volatile. I don't know what to tell you here. This kind of is already a 2-day move. Had it back up. First hit buyer, man. Pesky buyer. Why don't you guys bring this up when the thing's at 13 and make it all these lows in the same area instead of when it's 17 and I want to sell it? Why can't you bring it to me?
No, highs beget more highs. Come on.
But you got it. Okay, so you run out and buy it. Go 17 bid for 5,000 and see how quickly you get it. I mean, no. I mean, it's it was a good call, but it's getting in these on the let's say you did buy it here, Spencer. Where and you're taking it home overnight. Where's your out? Like the daily pivot? Are you going to lean on today's low?
Yeah, sure. I could lean on the close. I could lean on the low of the day.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
But what if someone would have brought this chart up 5 days ago and it was trading at 13 and a quarter, 13 and a half?
Well,
It's just a different.
it was less obvious then. What do you want me to say?
We got to get rid of it. I'm going to cover up the side of the chart. It's always, you don't want to look back, but hey, you got to look forward. This one's tough. I
Yeah.
don't know what to tell you on this one, but good point by Spencer. Keep an eye on the low of the, or excuse me, the high close of the move. That's also going to be your old time closing high.
Okay, and then somebody asked about Airbnb. This one is on my. This is actually near the top, if not at the top of my shopping list. I have not bought it. I have been thinking about buying it for quite a while. I feel like I should just do it now, right?
Ooh, sleepy.
Yeah,
Very sleepy.
I know that makes me want to buy. I should just buy.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know. You're a long-term guy. I mean,
Yeah, but I it's not like I never sell. I sell things. So right,
it's sleepy. I mean, Goldman Sachs comes out tomorrow and puts it on his greatest idea list of the next 30 years. Then it's going to take off. But consolidation, tight ranges, trying to bust through, hasn't done much of a 50% retracement. Also, if you're buying it here, it's going to, you don't need to wait until like 145 if you're wrong. This is kind of thing where if you're buying it, you're banking on the breakout. You got two lows in the same. Are they in the same area? Not really. I'd lean on 140, 148. That splits the lows, gives you a little bit of room on the downside.
Okay, as a reminder, we have KB Home after the close. I'm looking at Lennar, which popped after its report. What's the other big one?
Wait, let me see what did Lennar fall through? Let me see.
No, not really. Wait, what's the other? Why am I blanking on the other big?
Toll Brothers.
Thank you, TO.
Yeah.
Opposite reactions after earnings. Okay.
Yeah. No, Lennar. I just see housing starts in 1 year low. So these things tend to pop. They tend to pop and drop. This one didn't really happen, but we'll see. If you get a couple of interesting levels, if you're just trying to scalp this thing out, if you got to pop to 46, I'd be tempted to, put an offer out there. And on a drop, 42 has been pretty good support. So go wide, 42, 46.
There's a few more tickers mentioned. I saw Mitch mention Sam Adams. Somebody mentioned Johnson Controls. JCI looking good. But we are at the close here in 10 seconds. Yes, the indexes are off for the day, off their highs. The Russell especially so came off in the last few minutes, but SPY did a little bit too. Regardless, we're going to close. Actually, we're going to close flat in the NASDAQ. There's our bell. Smidge in the red, only from the last.
Yeah, nothing muffin kind of day, folks. Looks like the S&P's right around 30, 42, 32. Never one of these rare days where you didn't take out the pre-market high or low, rare. So an inside day, in my opinion. We did talk about Palantir on the Pre-Market Prep Plus show, and what we noted was the pair of highs at 25.50. If you were keying off that, you only had to watch it go to 25.34, and then you hit. I believe we had another target at 20 up in the 26 handle, 26.20. You got that today when it went to 26.35.
All right. Please remember, everyone, there's our disclaimer.
Jack, did you hold on? Did you hold on at that 25.50? I know you were asking about that in the pre-market prep. I hold you that little shake and bake down to 34. I hope they didn't get you. But anyways, you let me know tomorrow. Thanks a lot, folks. Old content. Right. Oh, I like that. Informational purposes only.
That's it. All right, guys. Coming up next, we got Mike Rao and Jonathan Mallard doing a 1 hour free Benzinga Pro demo. This video will redirect to that stream, so you don't got to do anything. Drop us a like if you can. We'd appreciate that. Heck, I'd appreciate that. It would make my day. This video will make my day a little bit better. Let's get 200 likes here. That would be great. All right, guys. That's going to be a wrap for me today. Mike Rao and Mallard coming up right now. After that, we got Money Mitch on at 6 o'clock, and Aftermarket Therapy at 7 o'clock tonight. Everyone have a good rest of your day. Yes, Bill Big D. Go Islanders. I say that as a Devils fan, but go Islanders tonight. Everyone have a good night. I will see you tomorrow, and hope you had a good day. Benzinga Pro demo up right now.